Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. We'll get started with the stream in just a few seconds, okay? So if you can hear me right now, put a yes in the chat. If you can hear me and you're watching this live, put a yes in the chat. Thank you. All right. Hey, everybody, it's the B. How y'all doing? And sorry about the little rescheduling of this live stream yesterday. I unfortunately got hit with another sickness. Yeah, isn't that great? But luckily, I was able to recover quickly, and we're ready to do this live stream now. So, but first, check out the new branding, right? For this live stream. Isn't it cool? Don't you like it? And I hope you do. But yeah, it's got these nice little waves, and all of that. And we've got some, and yeah, it's just overall it looks really. I think it looks much better than the original one that we had because it felt like it was kind of, yikes, old. But this one looks like it's giving yes, absolutely with this look. So I hope you guys like it as well. And yeah, we've got and one more and I think there's another new thing that let me show you the other screens as well. See, look, the be right back screen. Ooh. And then the screen where I do reactions, and is so right. I'm right over here, and that's where the computer screen will go. But don't it look nice though? It looked nice. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So this is what streams are gonna look like from now on. I hope you guys enjoyed the new look, and yeah, because I really liked it, and I like it here. And yes, this for those of you who were in last week's stream, yes, this was what I was working on. So, yeah. So, oh, and one more thing I wanted to show you. Give me 1 second. All right. But let me know in the chat how your guys' day is going, and tell me how you've been. You've been feeling okay? Not so much? What is it? Tell me what's going on. All right. So let me just give me one. Let's see. Okay, so if anybody comes on here and happens to subscribe to this uh, subscribe to this YouTube channel, or subscribes on YouTube, I should say, because they like reactions. Of course they do. This alert will pop up. Ta-da! Obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen this alert from somewhere if you've been and like seen other streams. But yeah, this is kind of like the alert, what the alert looks like right now. Obviously, I'll maybe change it to something else over time, but for right now, that's what it looks like. So if anybody happens to subscribe, that's what'll pop up. Just keep that in mind. All right, so what else? Yeah. Here. So let's see what else. Oh right, yes. Yes, there is one more thing before we start with today's reaction, and then of course we'll have a chat with me after that, right after that. So let me see if I can find the right music for this one. So let's see. Yeah. No. Yeah, this one will do. Let me just a smidge. All right. So, oh, this is a little promotion for something. Hey, wait until, wait, so, do you want to see exclusive reactions that you'll never ever see on YouTube? Like we have our usual reactions, right? Hey, but you'll never ever see ever see these on YouTube due to their copyright system. And they include movies, TV shows, music videos, etc. Kind of like this one. And don't worry, there'll be more on the way, I promise. I'm still working on them, so please be patient, okay? Thank you. Well, all you gotta do is become a member, become a patron, and for as little as $5 a month, or even up to $10 or $15 a month, and that just depends on the and there are a wide variety of benefits that you will receive from that. So make sure to check each one on my Patreon. And where do you find my Patreon? You'll find it in the link in the description, or go to patreon.com/thebereacts857. Alright, so yeah, check it out if you're interested, become a member, and I would really appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, that's a little ad there. Not sponsored though, but just something I hope you're interested in. Alright, anyways, now let's get on to the reactions, shall we? So let me just bring this thing. What will react? Oops. No, go back. Go back. Alright. Okay, that's good. Now, let's... Alright, there we go. Should I move it a little bit more? No, let's not do that. There we go. Sorry, there are some things that happen sometimes that need to be worked around, so please be patient with me. But anyways, Maybe I could think of the screen just a tad. Yeah, that could work. Okay. Alright. So. Oh, the reaction that we have for today is the James, aka the Odd Ones Out himself. And this video is titled The Goat Who Lied to Everyone. Oh, what goat is he talking about? What, who? How did that goat lie or whatever? What exactly is going on? Let's go ahead and find out, shall we? So, oh my goodness, I need to... Alright. So let's go ahead and get started. So on YouTube, make sure to like the stream and to give it lots of support. Make sure to subscribe and all. Hit that beautiful subscribe button and that notification bell so that you're notified of everything on my channel, my videos, my shorts, and these live streams that you are seeing right now, and just everything on there. And for Twitch, please, if you're watching this on Twitch, please help me get to 50 followers, all right? Hey, because once we do, we will have a little Twitch only stream, okay? What that is, it's a surprise, so shh. All right, and let's get started with this reaction in 3, 2, 1. Let go.
Quick, what do we know about goats? They stiffen up and fall over when they're scared? Good, what else? Oh, I know! Their kids have the same name as our kids. Which is kids. Yeah, that does open the door for some pretty hilarious puns. Anything else?
Oh my god.
Yes, you in the back? You don't want to stare into their eyes for too long.
Oh my god.
Well, class, I'll admit, you do know a bit about goats. But you're all forgetting the most iconic goat fact of all. You know, their goats scream. Anyone who knows anything about goats know that these rectangle-eyed demons make weird human-sounding screams. And we all find these little freaks of nature so funny that screaming goats get referenced in all sorts of media, like commercials and movies, and are still getting referenced as recently as 2024. So why then did Peter Griffin call this a sheep?
Sorry guys, somebody emailed me a video of a sheep screaming.
Now that I think about it, Conan O'Brien called this a sheep too.
There's a viral video going around of a sheep. This is real.
And if this really is a goat, why is the original video called The Screaming Sheep?
And I've never, ever in my life seen a sheep or met a sheep that sounds like this.
Take a good look, because this is the face that will haunt your dreams.
What did you see? Lamb. They were screaming.
That was the worst Super Bowl call in the history of the Super Bowl.
Sorry to burst the bubble, children.
People are saying it's fake and that it's dubbed over.
It's good.
This is real.
Chapter 1. Why did we all think this was a goat? This has to be like one of them Mandela effects, right? You're telling me this unedited 6-second video that shaped an entire generation's perception of what the common barn animal goats scream like wasn't even a goat? Someone's been pulling the wool over all of our eyes. Or maybe the original poster is deceptive and untrustworthy, and this really is a goat. Hey, I'm not gonna stand for you questioning the integrity of the original poster. They would never lie to us. Okay, let's see. All the other videos on their channel are of sheep. In fact, it's only sheep. We can't even find one stinking goat on this whole stinking farm. And if we get real investigating and use an internet archive, we can clearly see that the video was always called the Screaming Sheep. But I'm positive it's Screaming Goats we love so much, because if you type Screaming Goats into Amazon, you get all of the Screaming Goat merch, and if you type Screaming Sheep, you get all of the Screaming Goat merch. And just because I have another example, in the Shaun the Sheep movie, they had a whole farm of sheep that any one of could have screamed, but it's the one and only goat character that goes. Granted, the sheep in the original video was just recently sheared, so I understand that it doesn't immediately give "this is a sheep" vibes. But were Peter Griffin and Conan O'Brien really the only ones who read the title while the rest of us collectively thought, I think I know what a goat sounds like, and that is definitely a goat. How did we get from a 6-second video of a screaming sheep to all these goats? Chapter 2, the beginning. According to this Google Trends graph, from 2005 to 2008, no one gave a shit about screaming goats. And that makes sense. No one knew they could do that. But then, just at the start of the 2008 housing market crash, we see a little bump. I believe this is because videos of animals making unexpected sounds was kind of the thing back then. Videos like Man Goat and Man Argues with Spitting Goat made the rounds from 2008 to 2011, but their success kind of stayed on the internet, you know? Like, they were funny videos, but nothing I'd make a commercial about. 2012 rolled around, and people were done with screaming goats. But one user still had hope that, in time, people would once again care about screaming hooved animals. On the 8th of April, 2012, while everyone was enjoying a nice Easter Sunday on the Screaming Sheep farms, the YouTube user AJQ2891 captured the exact moment that their recently sheared Oxford sheep Ophelia let out a humorous and completely genuine scream. Then, for the rest of the day, they painted eggs or something, I don't know. But then, on the very next day, AJ posted the video for the entire world to witness Ophelia's monumental sheep scream. And almost overnight, the video would be seen by no one. And it would stay that way for the next 5 months, until one day when the video would fall upon the eyes of a Redditor. And baby, I'm low on karma. Ophelia's video got posted on Reddit, and then reposted on Reddit, and then seemingly overnight, Ophelia the Screaming Sheep went viral. Ophelia was so beloved that she found herself off the internet too, on places like Conan and this British show RudeTube that I couldn't find clips for because I'm not British. With Screaming Sheep being the next viral sensation, AJQ quickly ran out to the farm, recorded another hilarious scream of Ophelia, and managed to record some of their screaming lambs. Guess that's why it's called the Screaming Sheep Farms, you know, just every animal here has a weird, unnatural scream. Honestly, it's a nightmare to live here. Also, we know it's Ophelia who stars in the Screaming Sheep too, because we can see she's wearing the same ear tags in both videos. That, and she screams like identically in both videos. But that makes sense, you know, it's the same sheep, so of course it's gonna sound the same. You know how consistent a sheep's screams are these days. We're not really gonna be looking a whole lot at these two videos, but they're gonna be important later on, so just keep them in the back of your mind. Things were looking great for our girl. She was beloved by millions of people who all found joy in listening to the soothing sounds of her completely genuine sheep screams. Chapter 3. Seriously, why did we all think this was a goat? I wasn't able to find the original Reddit post that exploded Ophelia into stardom. But we do know a Reddit post did exist because it was mentioned in the Screaming Sheep NFT description. Okay. Apparently, a lot of old viral videos are now non-fungible tokens. I don't really want to get into that right now. If we instead just shift our focus to the NFT's description, we find a lot of useful information. Like, this is the only place I've found where we learn Ophelia's real name. I'm hoping it's accurate. Now, this might just be how I read things, but when I read, "This is Ophelia. I filmed the Screaming Sheep Easter morning," I was under the impression Ophelia was the name of the person recording, AJQ. Luckily, we have the Screaming Sheep 2's NFT description to clear things up. See, I told you those videos are going to be important later on. Ophelia, the sheep featured in the original, is also the star of this video. Oh, I get it now. This is Ophelia. Like you're pointing at her. This is Ophelia. Hi, Ophelia. Anyways, getting back to that uncredited Reddit post, I was able to find this Reddit post from September 7th, 2012, but I have reasons to believe it still wasn't the Reddit post. However, this post does give us some valuable insight into what a viral Ophelia Reddit post may have looked like. Already, there were a surprising amount of people who were commenting things like, "Oh, take my upvote, kind stranger. Hey, you know what this video reminds me of? A different screaming goat video!" Since there had already been a precedent of goats being the common barn animal that made weird, unnatural screams, and because Ophelia had the most goat-looking haircut that day, that if someone told you, this is a goat, you would believe them unquestionably, because why would someone lie about that? Turns out, people lied about it. Ophelia's video was featured in multiple and extremely popular goat screaming like people compilations. And I can't really blame the people who made these compilations because they couldn't make a whole separate sheep scream like people compilation. I've only found one other video of a sheep screaming that wasn't on AJQ's channel, and that's not enough to make a whole compilation. Misinformation about Ophelia's species was rampant. No one had an NFT description to fact check because honestly, the concept of that is kind of insane. They just had to trust reputable news sources like Anderson Cooper to get his facts right. And even he couldn't do that.
Now, I've seen a lot of creepy goats on YouTube, like this one.
Chapter 4. I Knew You Were Trouble. In February 2013, the YouTube user Goosick had the brilliant idea of editing Ophelia's scream over a popular Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, I remember this.
Don't you wish you thought of something like that, AJQ? Replacing the audio of something with a goofier and unexpected sound? People are so creative. I wish I could show you the specific edit that I'm talking about, but I know Miss Swift won't like it if I play even a second of her song.
But I actually...
So we're just gonna have to do this.
Oh, no, James, don't do it.
Never mind, I don't want to do this. I'm just going to assume you've already seen the edit that I'm talking about because it was viewed by everyone. Everyone saw this edit. Taylor Swift saw this edit.
Yes, I saw it.
And she liked it.
It's good.
I know I don't usually tell stories about my personal life, but if you'll allow me this one time, I remember one night in 2013 being at a high school dance, and the Taylor Swift goat song came on, and right when the beat dropped, all the teachers supervising hadn't a clue why the entire school screamed. It was because we were all mimicking that hilarious screaming sheep.
Yo, that just... that just brought back, like, some middle school times. Like, when... Like, I remember when this came out, I was in middle school, and, like, this, I remember was being played at the dance, and, yeah, I was the only one who was vibing by myself, having a good time, while everybody else was staring at me with their own group of people being like, what the hell is he doing over there? Can I not vibe to that music too? Are you the only ones that can vibe to this music? No. So leave me alone. Okay? On that stuff, okay? Anyways, enough of that. Let's just get back into it.
Now, the issue with all of this is that Goosick titled their video, I Knew You Were a Goat When You Walked In. So history's changed forever.
Okay.
February 2013 was the start of the screaming goat meme. During this time, there were plenty of real videos of real goats making real screams that were also shared and beloved by people. But there's no denying that Ophelia's scream was the goat of goat screams. And she's not even a goat! YouTubers react to goat remixes, commercials featuring screaming goats. Hey, what animal did they get in YouTube Rewind 2013 to scream? Oh, that's right, it was the goat. As much as AJQ tried to remind people of Ophelia's species in the description, The damage was already done, and the meme had gone completely out of their control. You might think that, like any other meme, people would have their fun with it, but eventually they'd move on. But that didn't happen with this particular meme.
Okay.
No, Ophelia's goat scream was about to find a new home in Hollywood. In November 2014, something happened that caused people's interest in screaming goats to massively spike up. And I have no clue what caused that. I don't know. It's one of those unsolvable mysteries, I suppose. Look, in all of my research, I couldn't find anything significant that would have caused this massive spike. So think back. Did you ever use Google to search for screaming goats in November 2014? And if so, why? But while we're looking at the Google Trends graph, only 3 months later, we see another bigger peak in interest at February 2015. I think I know what caused that. If I had to pick the most important date in screaming goat history, February 1st, 2015 would be like in the top 5. Solid A tier for sure. On that specific Sunday, 3 different companies all released commercials referencing screaming
I
goats.
think I remember.
How did I know it was Sunday?
Some of
Because
these,
it was Super Bowl Sunday, baby!
Yeah.
You know, the season finale of football that gets around 114 million viewers. It's
watched
such
the
an important
Super Bowl
football
that
game
day.
that companies will pay top dollar for a couple seconds of ad space. And the 2015 Super Bowl X-Lix, aired 2 screaming goat commercials. One of them just using the original clip of Ophelia, which I'm still counting as a screaming goat commercial because the iSpot.tv page for this ad credits Ophelia as a goat. And that third non-Super Bowl commercial was just part of a Geico campaign, and they played a different ad from that campaign at the Super Bowl, but could you imagine if they played the goat one instead? That would have been so cool. Now, a new and bigger audience of people who watch sports, all believe that goats are the ones who scream like that. The reason this Super Bowl is so important to the screaming goat historian community is because this was the game that every animation studio executive watched and simultaneously agreed that screaming goats were the funniest, freshest thing ever. Think about it. You're an animation studio executive. You see 2 screaming goat commercials during the same football game. A couple days later, you see a 3rd screaming goat commercial. Hey, isn't it almost Chinese New Year? What animal is it this time? Oh, that would be the year of the goat. Within the next 3-ish years, screaming goats were referenced in animated movies at a rate I've never seen memes get referenced in animated movies before. You couldn't escape screaming goats if you tried. Thor 4 beat you over the head with that.
I remember.
They might be in Marvel Rivals, but I couldn't get these goats to scream when I played.
Come
on, my God.
Scream! Scream!
My theory is that people complained about it, so they took it out. But now I'm going to complain about it for them to put it back in. And it really gets my goat that goats are remembered as the common barn animal who make that iconic scream. And it's unfair that calling someone a goat is a compliment, but calling someone a sheep is an insult. Goats have already taken enough from sheep. I need to calm down. So, what do you say, Ophelia? Think you can belt one more out for us? For old time's sake? Come on, girl. Do the scream.
Yeah.
What the?
What was that?
Yeah.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Ophelia, why aren't you screaming?
Oh my God.
You were the one who screamed in the original video, right?
Yeah.
Chapter 6,
my
working
God.
title, Deception. I'm not proud to admit this, but sometimes I'll watch a video at 2 times speed. You know, like an iPad kid. But then YouTube will remember I did that and think I want to watch every video that fast. So it wasn't that jarring when I pulled up the original video and noticed Ophelia was obviously sped up. It's only became jarring when I realized the video was playing at the normal speed. I caught this on like my 40th rewatch, but this is clearly sped up, right? I didn't do anything to this. This is how the clip has always been. So that means at some point, this video was put into a video editing software and underwent video manipulation. But that doesn't automatically mean Ophelia didn't hilariously scream. AJ just wanted us to hear the scream sooner. That's why they sped up the footage. And, okay, I will admit that it is a little weird that at the start of the video we can hear the background noises like the wind and other farm animals. But when Ophelia starts screaming, everything kind of just cuts out. But that's probably just because Ophelia screamed so loudly that it drowned out all the background noise. I don't know what a spectrogram is, and all right, I do find it intriguing that Ophelia's scream sounds identical to the scream this cartoon fox made in the short film Pop by Bernard Derriman that came out 2 years before AJ's video. But maybe Bernard just used a recording of his own Oxford sheep. You know how similar a sheep's screams are these days. I, for one, would never accuse AJQ of faking this important piece of history that has brought joy to millions of— What's that? They already found the source of the original scream? Stock sound effect?
Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm streaming right now. Hello? Sorry, that was just a family member. Okay.
From Apple, released in 2008? Yeah, can I call you back?
Wait, what? So was it...
So that
my
means
god.
it was never a screaming goat. It's always been
It's
a silent sheep.
What?
A classic example of a lie within a lie.
Oh my
I,
god.
of course, was not the first person to
he
crack this
okay? Is
case. People were
drunk or
suspicious of
something?
Ophelia's authenticity within the first 5
God.
YouTube comments. No, the diligent internet detective who cracked this case and found the original scream was none other than—
Well, I'm sorry
Oh,
to burst
Shane
the
Dawson,
bubble,
yeah.
children, but those are sound effects.
So now he's involved in all of this.
Whatever happened
He's going to need
him?
his
I
own
haven't seen
page
him
on the
much
wiki. If
social
this is
media.
how you found out that
So-
one screaming goat video from 2012 is fake, I'm sorry. I know getting lied to is upsetting, but try imagining what it would feel like if everyone thought you were a goat when really you were a sheep. You know what
Yeah.
else is fake?
It's easy
Most
to
of the
confuse
things
the
on the
two,
internet.
which I get.
But you know what's not fake? The smiles Ophelia gave you. If AJQ told us from the very
nice.
beginning that the video was edited, why can't I say that? Would we have even listened to them? We didn't listen the whole time they told us Ophelia was a sheep. I don't think I could sum up my thoughts any better
back
than the
then, no one
YouTube user
cared.
Just
That's
Bored
the
puts
thing.
it. No it's fake. This is just supposed to be funny.
Except for maybe
So
like a few
the next
people,
time
yeah,
you
sure.
inevitably see a screaming goat referenced in an animated movie, I hope you cringe, not because the joke isn't funny, but because you know it was never a goat that made that sound, but rather a sheep that also never made that sound. Chapter 7. Other things I wanted to mention but couldn't find a good spot for them, so I'm just gonna list them off while opening Screaming Goat merch. In
Okay.
YouTube Rewind 2013, they got goats to reference
Oh my
Ophelia's
God.
sheep scream, but they also had a goat make this sound, which is referencing a different viral video called Yeah Lamb.
Yeah.
So in YouTube Rewind 2013,
God.
they had goats steal the spotlight from not only sheep, but also lambs.
God.
You're how old? Oh my god, it moves. The very first screaming goat reference in media I could find was on May 9th, 2015 from episode 25 of Sonic Boom. In case you needed an emergency goat. Ooh, what's in my hand? And then there's also this one. Have you ever made this sound?
Oh my
We
god,
have-
why is this?
The screaming goat button.
Oh my god.
That needs batteries. Wait, no, I just need to pull this. That was anticlimactic. Oh wait, I need to turn it on. Okay, now. Star, can you do the honors? The Screaming Sheep 1 NFT was sold at 2.9 Ethereum, which I believed influenced AJQ to sell the Screaming Sheep 2 NFT at 10 times the price, starting the bid at 29 Ethereum. And if you think it's crazy, someone would pay 10 times the amount for a viral. I can't read the card. If you think it's crazy that someone would spend 10 times as much on a sequel to a viral video, then you're absolutely right, because no one bought the NFT. Except for right now. You're looking at the proud owner of the Screaming Sheep 2 and I'm just kidding, I didn't do that.
What?
It said scream.
Yeah,
I'm
I
here
was
with
like...
Scout, the mother
Yeah,
of
okay.
Star from Party Goats LA. Have you heard of a goat make that sound before?
I have heard something similar, like if they're in distress, especially if they get left alone. Here's a fun fact for you. The way you can tell the difference between a goat and a sheep is actually by looking at their upper lip. Goat's upper lip is not split. The sheep's upper lip is split, and that helps them eat grasses. And it's actually called the philtrum. But goats don't have it. So if you ever have a question, just look at their upper lip, and if it's split and it looks like it's just kind of a cleft right there, right under their nose, that's how you can tell the difference.
Star, what do you think?
We are Party Goats LA. We do all kinds of things, everything goat and sheep related here in Los Angeles. We do brush clearance, parties, events, send a surprise goat with our goatgram, goat yoga, hiking with goats, pretty much anything people want to do.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Big thanks to everyone who worked on this video and made it possible. They're amazing, and you're amazing.
No,
And now you're off into the world, knowing that it was never a goat that made that sound. So, you know, take with that with what you will. See you around. Wear your seatbelt.
Okay.
Love yourself.
Okay.
Have a good night.
My god, that was so awkward at the end. Oh my god. Hey. Hey, cool gamer, how's it going? No, it looks fine. Here. Beneficial for Garrett. Beneficial. Thanks for the offer, but I am not interested, or it's probably just a bot. Alright. So. Anyways, how you doing, cool gamer? Hope we're doing okay. So yeah, that was his little video essay about the goat that lied to everyone. And it was actually a sheep all this time. Man, I can't believe we were all fooled. But they look so much, so similar, right? The female sheep and a female goat look like exactly the same. I mean, if you look it up, though, on Google, they basically do actually look the same, though. But yeah, this was nonetheless an informative video. And I hope you guys also understood that this was a sheep and not a goat. So yeah. Let me know in the chat if you were ever lied to about this as well. Or did you already figure this out? Let me know in the chat if you're watching this right now. Yeah, we will go ahead and that's it for the reaction part. Now we'll just go ahead, take a break, and then when we come back, we'll go ahead and do a little chat with each other. So let's go ahead and break for about 5 minutes with this little nice be right back screen, and of course some music. Alright, I'll see you guys in 5 minutes, okay? Alright, I hope you guys had time to take a break for 5 minutes because we are now going to be doing a chat with me. So if you're ready for that and you can hear me, put a yes in the chat. If you're ready for that and you can hear me, put a yes in the chat. Thank you. Alright, we are back. So now let's do a little chat with me. Let's chill out, talk with each other. Let's chat about certain stuff. So if you're watching this on either YouTube or Twitch right now, please feel free to use the chat and let's talk. Let's conversate, alright? So, yeah. So go ahead, use the chat. So Cool Gamer, or if anybody else is still here, please feel free to use the chat and let's conversate, alright? So... Okay. Alright, I pinned up the message just in case anybody comes in here, alright? Excuse me. I'm not seeing the chat being used right now for both YouTube and Twitch. So please, if you are watching this right now on either YouTube, Twitch, or both, if you're that kind of person, please use the chat and let's chat with each other. I put a pinned message for us to talk about well, how your day's going, what else is going on, just whatever, basically. So please use the chat, alright? Thank you. Excuse me. Guys, in the next 15 minutes, I will actually have to leave to go eat some dinner, because I'm kind of hungry. So, if you want to chat with me, and tell me about how your day's going or whatever, or just whatever is going on, yeah, just let me know in the chat. All right. So if you're watching this live on YouTube or Twitch, please let me know. Okay. All right. Alright guys, in the next 10 minutes I'll have to go and eat. Just a reminder. So if you haven't already, use the chat. Let's talk, let's chat. Tell me about how your day's going, whatever else is going on in your life. Just let me know. Yeah, if you're watching this live right now on YouTube or Twitch, or both if you're that kind of person. So let me know, alright? Okay, thanks. Alright, in the next 5 minutes, I will have to leave to go eat. Just another reminder. So if you're either on YouTube or Twitch or both, if you're that kind of person, please, let's chat, let's conversate. Alright? Use the chat to talk with me, to tell me how your day's going, whatever else is going on, just anything really, alright? So, make sure to use the chat, alright? Okay, thank you. Okay, in the next minute or so, I might have to leave. So, any last minute things that you want to put in the chat, you may as well do it now. So please make sure that you do that, alright? Thank you. Okay, that's fine. No worries. I do have to go now, so to eat eat some dinner right now. So thank you so much for watching. For those who are planning on watching this afterwards, I think, because obviously not many people are showing up here, but that's fine, and it happens. So yeah. Before we stop the stream, of course, expect more Patreon reactions coming soon. Please be patient with that, and I hope you plan on becoming a member if you're interested. So please check out my Patreon. It'll be linked down below, or you could just put it in the address bar yourself. It's patreon.com/theBreacts857. That's patreon.com/theBreacts857, and become a member for as little as $5 a month, or even become a member for $10 or $15 a month, depending on which one fits you. Personally. So yeah, if you're interested in that, please make sure to check it out. All right. Or if it's I guess your budget, I guess, because this economy, my goodness, it's a mess. Anyways, what else? Yeah, make sure to follow all my socials that you see around here. Oh, we got a Twitch message. Amir for India. Hello, Matu Sentachorando. I'm just reading off your username. Thanks for coming on here. I appreciate it. But anyways, yeah. Anybody else? But yeah, do that. Make sure to follow all my socials. Yes, I do react on here, as it obviously states the B reacts. I react to a whole bunch of different content. Right now, I'm currently reacting to storytime animations. For example, like the react to FNF obituary. Sure, I can do that. But that'll be saved for the next stream, though, which will be on next Friday, I believe it's the 25th. So it's a Sonic song from a rhythm game. Okay, good to know. I'll make sure to write that down for the next stream. And yeah, you guys, if you guys want anything for me to react to, make sure to let me know in the chat. All right. Okay, so yeah. So yeah. Other than that, I think. Yeah. Here on YouTube song. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good to know. Anyways. So now I'm gonna say goodbye to each one of you. So let me go ahead and start with YouTube. YouTube, I will see you guys in the next group of live reactions on Friday the 25th of April, because of course I have to be out. Alright, see ya YouTube, bye!